Welcome back, everyone, to NFL Thoughts. So, yeah, I know it's a little late. I'm sorry. Alright, but, yeah, let's get to this, video real quick. Let's, talk about exactly how the Cowboys will win. First of all, let's look at a scouting report on the St. Louis Rams. Okay. So basically, they're 29th in scoring offense. They're 18th in scoring defense. I believe they're 16th in offensive, in yardage offense. They're like, I don't know, 18th in yardage defense. They're not that good, basically, was what I'm trying to say. You look at the statistics, and they don't look that good. But, and then Stafford is leading the NFL in interceptions with 6. Their offensive passing is ranked 20th in the NFL, and believe it or not, their running game is even worse. They're correct me if I'm wrong. They're 25th in running the football, 31st in carries, and they're 29th in yards per carry. Now, defensively, they're 20th against the pass. They're 6th against the run. They're 8th in the NFL in yards allowed per carry. So they're solid at running the football. Now, as of so far this season, Aaron Donald has 2 quarterback knockdowns and 2 sacks. So obviously he's been getting bottled up a little bit. He's been getting bottled up. That's basically what happens when you're the best player in the league. And the problem for the Rams is that they don't have anybody after him that can really, ride the show, a little bit, and get to the quarterback. So that's the problem, is when you stop Aaron Donald, you basically, if you slow down Aaron Donald, let me rephrase that. If you slow down Aaron Donald, not stop, because you're not stopping Aaron Donald, but if you can slow him down, you're slowing down the Rams' pass rush. And so I do have faith that this offensive line can do that. And basically, what the bottom line is what we're going to have to do is Kellen Moore's going to need to keep doing what he's doing. The run pass, offensive balanced attack, run pass. You want to run the ball enough to keep the defense on their heels, keep them guessing a little bit, so that way you can pass and maybe open up the door for some explosive plays a little bit. Nonetheless, got that going for us. And the defensive side of the ball, I think that this is going to be a day quite like what we did against Joe Burrow in week 2. I believe we can get, probably 5 or 6 sacks in this game. I'm going to say 5. How about that? I'm going to say 5. And I will say my score prediction after I get to the stats. So, for Cooper Rush, I've basically been doing this so far this year, through the first 3 games. I'm going to once again say he's going to be in about the level of 200 to 220 passing yards. I'm going to say we're probably maybe get at least 100 team rushing yards. Like, as far as Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard, I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to say team rushing yards from now on as far as the rushing, and I'm not going to predict Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard's rushing yards and stuff. So, yeah, but, yeah, I'm going to say at least 100 team rushing yards, at least. Receiving, Ceedee Lamb, look, man, let's just go through a timeline. Week 1 against Tampa Bay, unfortunately, he didn't do very well. Unfortunately. 2 catches, 29 yards. And he was a little down on himself, because unfortunately he did have a couple drops, but at the same time he was getting doubled, sometimes tripled. They were basically running triple bracket coverages that basically put Ceedee Lamb in situations where he was basically getting triple teamed. But then we played Cincinnati, and Noah Brown basically Noah Brown has been taking a little bit of the pressure off of Ceedee, but that's not to say that Noah Brown is the number 1 receiver. But teams have been like, oh shoot, this guy Noah Brown, he's come out of nowhere. Maybe we need to also focus on him too. I know we're focusing mainly on Ceedee Lamb, but look at Noah Brown, man. Golly. So now they got to deal with stopping Ceedee Lamb and Noah Brown. And you can't do both. So Noah Brown, he said, I'm getting mine. 4 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown. That has basically so far been his best game of the year so far. And then Ceedee Lamb caught 7 passes for 75 yards. He was targeted 11 times again, but this time he caught 7 and not just 2. And we beat the Bengals 20-17. All right, week 3 against the Giants. In that game, it started off a little rough for Ceedee Lamb. I won't blame you. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, Ceedee Lamb, it started off a little rough for him. But after that drop, it kind of motivated him, All of a sudden, a dog was turned on, After that, he just went out there and he was just getting open, catching passes, which is his job, And he finished the day with 8 catches, 87 yards, and a 1-hand snag touchdown. That was unbelievable. Go check it out. Matter of fact, I got it as my thumbnail when I was doing my post-game review of that game. So yeah, go check it out. Nonetheless, and then, we won that game 23-16. Then against Washington was where Ceedee really emerged. 6 catches, 97 yards, and another touchdown for the second week in a row. And I'm telling you guys, y'all were sleeping on Ceedee Lamb. Y'all said he's not a number 1. And what you guys need to understand is, you just said that Ceedee needed, Ceedee was getting a little bit of heat taken off of him because teams were also, they also saw that Noah Brown was doing pretty good. Well, listen, a number 1 receiver can't just be good all by himself. He's got to have a complimentary guy, a guy who can complement him, as the second option, You think Cooper Kupp? Well, he kind of is doing it by himself. I will get to him here in a little bit. But last year, he had a sidekick, and his name is Odell Beckham Jr. That was his sidekick. and it led to the Rams going on to being Super Bowl champions. Even though Odell Beckham unfortunately got hurt, I felt sorry for the kid. Praying for a speedy recovery. He's been rehabbing, trying to wait for a call from the Rams to re-sign with them, or whatever. But yeah, so every number one receiver needs a sidekick, and that sidekick in for CeeDee Lamb happens to be Noah Brown. So don't get it twisted. Like every number one receiver still needs a sidekick. I'm not saying that CeeDee's not a number one receiver just because he needs a sidekick. Because every number one receiver needs a sidekick. He can't just do it all on his own. Cooper Kupp is trying his best, but you see how that's worked out for him. So yeah, you know what? He got so close to 100 yards last week. I'm gonna say he'll get 100 this week. I don't care, bro. Fluff it, all right. I'm gonna say he's gonna get 100. Nah, I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm gonna say his numbers are gonna go down just a tad bit because he's going up against Ramsey. I'm gonna say he's gonna get between 70 and 85 yards receiving. That's my prediction. Maybe the week after that, but come on, it's Ramsey, so I gotta put some respect on his name. That's gonna be a tough matchup, a little bit, just a little bit. So yeah, and I have us getting basically like 340 yards of total offense. I think we'll be able to move the ball. I do believe that. I believe we'll be able to move the ball. Cooper Rush. By the way, I'm expecting Ezekiel Elliott to get in the end zone. Remember how he got in the end zone against the Giants on Monday night? I'm expecting him to get in the end zone again. He needs to be that red zone goal line threat for us just as much as he is still our number one running back. We got to start giving him that rock at the goal line, man. So, yeah, I believe we'll be able to move the ball. And defense, it's sort of self-explanatory. Ranked second in the league in sacks, going up against an offensive line that's ranked second in the league in sacks allowed. So, we're probably going to get 5 sacks in this game. 5. I'm going to say, look, Micah Parsons, he has not gotten a sack in 2 games. All right, so I'm sure he's hungry for. I can tell you enough that I'm sure Micah Parsons is hungry for a sack tomorrow. So pause. But yeah, I'm sure he's trying to get home to Matthew Stafford tomorrow. Saved it. And I'm going to say D-Law will get a sack, and also I'm undefeated every time I predict that Dorance Armstrong is going to get a sack, so I'm going to say he gets a sack as well. Anthony Barr, look, I think Dan Quinn is going to dial up some blitzes in this game on Matt Stafford. He's going to dial up a blitz for that dude Anthony Barr rushing, up the middle to get to Matthew Stafford. So I'm going to say he's going to get a sack tomorrow. And you know what? Because at this point, I'm a Trysten Hill supporter, man. You got to give Trysten Hill some love, man. Come on now. So I'm going to say he gets in the game. He's going to get home and he's going to get a sack in this game. So that's 5 total sacks. I don't have anybody getting multiple sacks in this game. If anybody could, I think it might be Micah Parsons, or maybe it could be Dorance Armstrong. I don't know. He's done very well this year right now. He's on pace to look pretty good himself, just like Micah Parsons. So he's had a nice season as well. So D-Law, he could get a multiple sack game. There's a lot of guys on this Cowboy defensive front that is capable of getting 2 or more sacks. Trust me. All right, this pass rush is relentless. So yeah, I'm gonna say we're probably gonna get 5 sacks. 5 different guys get home for one. Parsons, D-Log, Dorance Armstrong, Anthony Barr, and the inconvenient truth, Trysten Hill, the people's champ. Anyway, so nonetheless, yeah, I got us getting 5 sacks in this game. I think Matthew Stafford's gonna throw 3 picks. I'm sorry, Bubba, but you're gonna throw 3 interceptions in this game. And we might get a sack fumble too. We haven't gotten one thus far this year, but I'm gonna say we get a sack fumble, and yeah, so it's gonna be 4 turnovers, 4 takeaways. That's saying I'm asking for a lot from the defense, man, but I don't care. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the defense is gonna get 4 takeaways, 3 interceptions by Stafford, 1 us getting a sack fumble. And I think that they're probably going to get, I think we'll just barely hold them to sub 300 yards of total offense. Now, this is what y'all have been waiting for. My final score for this game. I haven't gotten a final score prediction right yet this year. I've gotten close, though, a couple of times. My final score prediction, drum roll, please. Cowboys win this game 31-16. Once again, we hold our opponent to only 1 touchdown. They're going to get 3 field goals out of Matt Gay. He's not gay, but he's going to get 3 field goals. And they're going to get 1 touchdown because that's basically what we've done so far this year. You get 1 touchdown, you're done. You're done, son. So, yeah, 31-16. I feel pretty comfortable about that prediction. I think we will win this game by more than a possession. I do believe that. So I know that, that a lot of people feel like this is going to be a dogfight, but, I don't think this game is going to be as close as people think it will be. So I have us winning this game 31-16. That has been my time. Like, subscribe. And this is NFL Thoughts out.